in today's video we will see how to use postman and how to hit APIs. So for that, first we need to have an API key so that we will get from our merchant or some kind of service. So to configure it, so we'll be hitting some APIs in this video. So we'll start with creating a blank collection. So we will name this as demo for YT. So after that we need to have some authorization keys. Again, there are two types of authorization keys. One is for sandbox and one is for production. And sandbox is for your internal UAT testing, and production key is used for live merchant. If you are live, so you can test that key over there. So we will start with selecting the auth type, which we will keep as basic auth, and in username we have to enter that key. So to enter that key, first we will get that key. So in this case we will pick that key from here, authorization, and this is our key, or even we can take that key from here as well. So this is that key. So this is our blank collection. So we will be pasting that link over here, correct? So we will be saving it. Without saving it won't work, so we will declare one variable as base, right? So we need a URL against it. So if we call that base function, it should return that URL. So for that we need that just be some URL endpoints, right? So I'll open it from here, just be docs. So this is sandbox. For this we are using production creds. We will be testing for production merchant. So again we will save over here. So you can see this URL is configured against this variable called base. So now we will add a request over here, right? So get post, there are various. If we want to send one request, so we will use post, and if we want to get data from server, then we will use the get function over here. So for this case we will be posting data to our server. So we will use this double curly braces and base against it, and we will create an order plus txns for this. So endpoint will be txns, right? So we have to enter some functions in the header and some in body. Okay, so we will start by entering an header function. So in header there is this x merchant id. In this case we have a test merchant called cmina and x customer id, where it will be routed to that customer. Okay, so we can verify it from the header, like we haven't passed anything for this. This is for cards, this is for virtual account, so it's optional param. So we will name it as order plus txns. Okay, so our call name is order plus txns. So we will start by denoting order id. So in this case we will be calling our order like this. Okay, order dot amount will be 100, and order dot currency will be IDR, which is Indonesian rupiah, and we have a merchant ID over here, which is SEMUNA. Okay, and to have customer ID, which is cust1122, correct? So this all we have as of now in body. Let's check what we are missing. Order amount, merchant ID, payment method type and payment type, which are again important param. Okay, so for that payment method type and payment method are required, correct? So we will tell payment method type. In this case it will be cards, we will be doing it for cards, and in payment method it will be Visa card. Okay, so for that we need to enter some parameters like card details, like name on card, card number, and all those things. So we will quickly copy those fields from here, like card number. This is our test card, right? So we will be using this test card. Card expiry year and all. It will be 2029. We are keeping it like that. Card expiry it will be 09. And what else we have? Card security code, which is your CVV number. We can use any random CVV over here. Okay, and this is the option save to locker. If we want to tokenize or save our card, it will be stored in that locker. This is a boolean function, again true or false. If we want to save that card in our locker, then we will select true as a param. Okay, and redirect after payments means you can have an link which redirects after payment, so you can open a different payment page. Again it is a boolean function, so we will declare false over here. Okay, so format that we will be using is JSON. Okay, and tokenize. And again in India it's mandatory to tokenize your card if you want to save your card. So if you don't want to save your card, if it is a guest checkout flow, then you need to have alt ID just to create a reference to your card, so your card will be masked with alt ID. Okay, so in this case we don't want to tokenize, so we will select false. Okay, so so this is gateway reference ID, correct? So this is the gateway's address that where we want to send this order. Okay, so for this we will be using Zendit, a gateway for Indonesia. So this order dot metadata, and metadata we are passing Zendit gateway reference ID. So we have this Zendit prod test as gateway reference ID. Okay, so we have pasted it, and again we need to have gateway ID as well. This is the reference ID, so gateway ID, each PG would be having something different. So we have 118 in this case for Zendit. So everything is done, so we will send this request and check the request body. This is the response that we have got, and our payment is failed. Okay, it was in pending BBB state, and after that it got failed. So this is how we test our APIs and all. So in this case we have this, so we will generate a new URL from here. So now the 3ds page would open. It will directly move to success. Okay, this is a success transaction. Again, one more thing to note, if you want to change the payment method type, let's suppose to UPI, so you can enter UPI, and which payment method like UPI collect, UPI intent, or UPI QR, that you have to mention in payment method. So that's all for this video. This was order plus TXNS. So to do individual call, then we need to create one order API and one transaction API. Okay, so we have combined both API and made a single API call. Thanks.